greatest friends, sadhakas together, students of this glorious Sanatana Dharma, Shruti, Smriti, Purana, Itihasa, Shastras, thereby the ones who are proving their purity and maturity, because you have come to the level of understanding that through Shastra Adhyana, the truth has to be intellectually understood, and through Shastra Adhyana, the sadhana to reach to the truth is to be known, and the life has to be spent for that. What else is the proof for the maturity? Great. We really congratulate you, appreciate you, extend all our respects, love, welcome you all. Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayana, a beautiful Shastra, Prakarana Shastra. Many don't even know that such text exists. We came across by Rama Kripa, Vaashishthaadi, Rishi Kripa. We are doing it for more than last 470, 480 days. No, 490 days above. Third Utpatthi Prakranam we are doing yesterday in Lelopakhyanam, Leela Vishranti Upadesha, done in the 21st Sarga. Today we will be studying 22nd Sarga of Leelopakhyanam of third Prakaranam, Utpatthi Prakaranam. So it has 6 Prakranas. Vairagya Prakaranam, Mumuksha Vyavahara Prakaranam, Utpatti Prakaranam, Sthiti Prakaranam, Upashama Prakaranam, and Nirvana Prakaranam. Total 32,000 shlokas. So we have seen Vairagya Prakaranam, 20 sargas, Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam, around 30 sargas, 32. Now Mumukshu Utpatti, 122 sargas, exactly 21 we have done, 22nd we have to start. In that, having established the knowledge of truth to Sri Rama, Sri Vaashishthaji, wanting to make it more and more clear, specific, took up the Leela Upakhyanam. In that, Leela and Mother Saraswati Samvada with all the outer happenings, activities, conditionings, they're all only means to help us to grow or pull us down. So, that all stories are very good but secondary. Primarily, Mother was teaching to Leela, Chidakasha, Chittakasha, Bhutakasha, and all. Finally, you are Chidvyoma Swarupini. Because of avidya, you took yourself to be a jiva and did abhyasa of the jiva with upadhi tadatmya and bahirmukata for so many lives that strong vasanas happened in you, as a result of which you are tending to be extroverted only always, not able to grasp the jnanam which you are receiving now from me or any of the gurus. So live life in such a manner, outside, inside, that your vasanas go away. Once that vasanas get reduced, this knowledge, you get a capacity to receive this knowledge, comprehend this knowledge, appreciate this knowledge, practice this knowledge, experience this knowledge, and establish in it. That's called moksha. Having said that, now this today's sarga of around 35 mantras, 22nd, talks about Vignana Sadhana Upadesha. है ना? What is it? विज्ञान अभ्यास वर्णनम. The विज्ञान का अभ्यास करना है, which removes the अज्ञान durabhyasa, which was done for such a long time. Being healthy is the nature of body. Some disease came, which is not required. So some medicine we take. That medicine removes that disease. It also goes away. What remains is the pure health. I am Brahman, pure health. The disease came to me that I am Jiva, the world is real. In the world only the Sukha, I have to run for it. This Ajnana as well as Durabhyasa, disease. Now the medicine of Jnanam and Jnana Abhyasa removes that Ajnana and Ajnana Abhyasa. Thereafter, this Ajnana Abhyasa, intellectual Jnanam and its forceful, powerful, conscious, deliberate Abhyasa. Not required because it has done its job of removing Ajnana and Ajnana Abhyasa. What remains? Pure health. The pure health is Aham Brahmasmi. Health is inherent. Aham Brahmasmi is the reality. I am already that. But the Durabhyasa removed by Sadabhyasa, Ajnana Abhyasa removed by Sujnana Vijnana Abhyasa. So Vijnana Abhyasa Varnanam, the name itself suggests how important is this Sarga. Small. That's why in such Shastras, when very sublime knowledge is there, it is told in few slokas only. बस केवल 33 श्लोक है इसमें 33 श्लोकास only. Right? Now we will do first our Shanti Mantra Ucharana Sankalpa for 2-3 minutes. Then we do the Parayanam of this Sarga. Isn't it like every time we do? Because 30 sloka, 4-5 minutes. Then we start studying what Bhagavan Vaashishtha telling Rama or Leela is told by Mother Saraswati. Let us try to be in this present class physically, mentally, intellectually, with all alertness. Let us try to understand, grasp. Right, friends? Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavatu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai, Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo. Om Yairime Guruvihi Purvam. Om Sri Rama Rama Rameti. Rame Rame Manorame. Sahasranama Tattulyam. Rama Nama Varanane. Om Brahmanandam Paramasukadam. Om Parabrahmane Shruti Mahatre. Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidyacharya ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. हाँ, श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे श्री वशिष्ठ विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि वेदव्यास वामदेव नारद आदि योगवाश्य महारामायण आदि शास्त्राणाम आचार्येभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषद योगवासिष्ठ महारामायणोक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदू संस्कृते पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि मंदिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रुविघ्न समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्ष पुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री राम वशिष्ठ संवाद रूप श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण स्मृति प्रकरण मोक्ष शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्न मुक्त्यर्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः. ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः. ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शन दृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः. स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मात् आनन्दस्याम्बरे वनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः. दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ॐ सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तमेकमजरं नित्यं विभुं शाश्वतं प्रत्यग्ब्रह्मरसायनं सुखगनं पूर्णं परं पावनं स्वात्मज्योतिरनादिमध्यनिधनं मायाविलासैर्मुहुः विश्वाकारमपास्तमायमभयं वन्दे विशुद्धं पदं ज्ञानादेवात्मनो मोक्षः न तु कर्मसमाधिभिः अज्ञातोऽसौ ससदृश्यं सृजत्येवेति कीर्त्यते। ॐ तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वसिष्ठमुनये नित्यं नमस्कुर्महे। विश्वामित्रमुनिं शरण्यमनघं भूयो नमस्याम्यहम्। तस्मै वाल्मीकये श्री गुरुतमगुरवे भूरिभावैर्नताः स्मः। पूर्णानन्दस्वभावः स्वजनहितकृते माययोपात्तकायः कारुण्यादुद्दिदीर्षुर्जनमनवरतं मोहपङ्के निमग्नम् आविश्यान्तर्वसिष्ठं बहिरपि कलयन् शिष्यभावं वितेने यः संवादेन शास्त्रामृत जलधिममुं रामचन्द्रं प्रपद्ये। ॐ श्रीरामचन्द्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीवसिष्ठादिऋषिभ्यो नमः। श्रीयोगवासिष्ठमहारामायणशास्त्रं तृतीय उत्पत्ति प्रकरणम्. Friends, see, when we are coming to the class regularly, we are making a habit of coming to the Vedanta class regularly. When we are seated here for this whole 1 hour class, we are doing the abhyas of sitting. When we are keenly with conscious mind trying to listen, we are developing the concentration ability and the ability to listen to some sublime subject. When we are trying to understand, we are developing the habit of understanding. When we are truly understanding the beautiful knowledge which is so essential for a human being to protect himself from further downfall, to help him to rise, that knowledge we are becoming the gainers. While doing all this positive, this 1 hour, otherwise, in what way we would spend in something which may not be so useful or great or productive, from that also we are protected. And our time is well spent, energies are well spent, and these are all noted again that this person on this date 16th December 2025 evening, what did he do? Oh, he sat there for Upanishad class or Yoga Master class. Good. Give him good marks. No, he was watching cricket match, auction, diction, that, this, that. So that means bad marks, wrong marks, negative marks. ये चलता रहता है. This is how from the non-thinking intellect to the thinking intellect. With the thinking intellect, telling the lazy mind who wants to sleep, telling the bhogi mind who wants to enjoy, telling the extroverted mind who wants to do everything non-essential, pulling it to this. This is called the tapasya. One is jnana tapasya, second is practice of the jnanam. To begin with, then when you come to the text, then the great jnanam, as it given in this shastra, we see. Really appreciations to those who are this way opening their intellects for this understanding of in life what to do mainly. And starting to do, those who are started to do, they are really great. And the ones who are established in doing it regularly. Imagine our life few years back of never exposed to Shastra, ever caught up in the web of the mind with all its raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, then with those negativities going into the world, destroying the world and destroying ourselves. Compared to that now, by the krupa of all the gurus and our being regular to Shastra Shravanadhyayana, are we not comparatively becoming better? In thinking at least that that's not the right way of life. Comparatively, are we not better? At least we are in the tension, worry, anxiety that I have to understand the Shastra, that I have to do the sadhana, that I have to grow. Those who are worried so much that the people are not listening to me, they are not loving me, respecting me, how to win this world, from that unanswerable, unsolvable questions and problems. Have we not now raised to the higher level that this Shastra I have to understand, this japa I have to do, this meditation I have to do? So, this is a rise in the quality of our thinking, even though it's tension worry, but it is better than that one. And for these tensions, when we get right guidance, and when we receive that right guidance, and when we start doing it and getting the taste of it and establishing in it, these are the next steps we have to achieve. What more we want in our life, Bata? That is why, please listen one thing with all my humbleness. Never leave the Shastra Shravana, then Shastra Adhyayana. Without Shravana, Adhyayana cannot sustain. Or even you do, you may not understand it thoroughly. You have to listen from the Guru Parampara. Because when a Guru Acharya speaks, the entire Parampara speaks and reveals to us the lot of things hidden in that. But after listening, again while studying Shastra, remember what is told while this topic is explained. Thus, two times when you do listen here and study and manana, three times, the knowledge becomes perfect. So this is the way we help ourselves. There's no other way to come out of all chaos and confusions and commotions. Right, friends? Now, in the last chapter of 21, uh, the last discussion was this was key. What a beautiful topic it was. Again, in a pack of four shlokas. What thing we have to deeply grasp? Mother Saraswati told. We take 4-5 minutes to once more see that, then we do the chanting of 22nd Sarga, then we study it. She says, Adaveva hinotpannam drishyam samsara namakam yada tada kathantena vasyante vasanapika. Beautiful. Having realized the self, when I again involve in this world with Vyavahara, again the vasanas may be formed. What to do? Oh Guru, like that question. Mother Saraswati says, never ever the Jagat is Utpanna. When it is not Utpanna, it is not Satya. But it is appearing. After realizing the self, you know everything is self, or you know there is nothing other than self. Everything is self is the Vyavahara goes on, but in that Vyavahara, there is nothing other than you. Okay? The objects wise. Whatever happening in that is just Kalpita Maya only. This you will be fully experiencing. Therefore, only when you give reality to something, other value to it, that creates a vasana in you. When you live it as a only mithya, knowing it, then it won't create a vasana. That is what is the meaning of Adav evahi na utpannam drishyam samsara namakam. It is not utpanna, therefore it is not real, therefore it won't create vasanas. Therefore, yada tada katham tena vasyante vasana apika. How come the vasanas come and stay in you? The Dvaita will not come again. This is a thing. If you don't know the reality, something has to be given reality. No? So you are giving this reality. Therefore, it is creating vasanas with every involvement. But when the reality is known, the reality given to this goes away because two realities cannot be. When the reality given to this goes away, it is understood to be mithya. When it is mithya, when you involve in it, you won't create vasanas. है It won't create vasanas. Even if it appears to create one thought, like if you see a cinema, even if cinema scene creates a little vasana, with one thought that yes, up to director, producer, actors ka projected cinema hai, it's not real. This much thought it is enough that all the reality given to that cinema goes away. You just kick away that scene inside. Whether it's a tragedy scene or a comedy scene or anything it is, it won't create vasana. With one thought, that ये तो सिर्फ सिनेमा है इसमें मैं क्यों परेशान हो जाऊं And the hero who died in that movie, seeing whom I am becoming miserable, he is died in the next 10 movies again. Or killed the villains in the next 10 movies. If you know this one, it is no more real, it won't create vasana. This is one thing. This is a doubt to the question that even after realization, if Vyavahara continues, will it create vasana? No. Why? Because it is known to be anutpanna, means unreal, still appearing, therefore it's only appearance that appears, which is not real, it's called mithya. That is why na utpannam, kevalam kalpitameva, drishyam. Therefore, it won't create samsara. Only Vyavahara will be there, Leela will be there. When you give it reality, it becomes samsara. When you don't give it reality, because reality is already realized, it will be only Vyavahara or any Leela. Yada tada katam tena vasyante vasanapika. Therefore, the vasanas won't be created. Okay. Now you see. Beautiful. These four shlokas. One we saw, four more. Three more. Atyanta bhava sampattau drashtu drushya drusham manaha ekadhyane pare rudhe nirvikalpa samadhini. So what is to be done and what is should be the result of that? क्या करना है उसका रिजल्ट क्या होना है? क्या करना है? फर्स्ट मनः एक ध्याने परे रूढ़े. Mind is meditating on that particular one without second reality, which is the substratum in all. That which is the consciousness which is illuminating everything, or the sadvastu which is giving existence to everything. So, in that Eka Paramatma Tattva, when the mana is doing dhyana, Paratattva, and in the dhyana it becomes a rudha, completely rooted in it. This is called as Nirvikalpa Samadhini. When it is done to a great extent, in fact, this mana merges in it only. Because mind, in trying to comprehend the reality, it dissolves into that reality only. That is the later on meaning. But यहाँ कहते हैं, first put your mana in the ekadhyana, in the paratattva, till it gets rooted. Till you reach to that nirvikalpata, that the mind and the reality are two. When this is being done, atyanta abhava sampatti. Total absence of these three are seen. What are they? Drashtru, I am the seer. Drushya, there is something to be seen. Drusham, that I am seeing it. So drashta, drushya, darshana, these three will dissolve in the nirvikalpa sthiti reached when the mind is focusing on that substrate. So mind is focusing on the ekatattva. That's called dhyana. And in that it has got rudha, means rooted. When that's happening, almost the mind and the self, the vikalpa in them also almost gone. So I am that self state has come. At that level, I am the drashta. There is a drishya jagat in front of me. And of that I am having darshana. These three thoughts, they are nothing but Tripati thoughts. They slowly go away. As they are going away, what happens? Vasana akshaya bijesmin kinchid ankurite hrudi. This is what. In this effort, what happens? The formation of new vasanas stops, and slowly the existing vasanas get kshaya. Slowly. This practice of repeatedly going into nirvikalpa sthiti, in which drashta, darshana, drishya, triputi is transcended, it becomes this practice leads to the vasana kshaya. This practice is a bija for the kshaya of the vasanas. How nice it is, no? Vasana kshaya bije asmin kinchid ankurite hradi. In the hridaya, that bija of vasana kshaya starts ankurita. What is the bija? Nirvikalpa sthiti, resulting into the absence of drashta, darshana, drishya. Then what happens? Kramat na udayameshyanti raga dveshadika drusha. As the vasana is getting dissolved, then in the hridaya, the raga dveshas, they also get destroyed. Then what happens? When the raga dvesha go away, samsara sambhavastayam nirmulato paishyati. The samsara sambhavana possibility also gets nirmulita. rooted, uprooted, removed from the root level. As it is continuously happening, then the self experience also becomes deeper and deeper. So, therefore, how many things we have to remember here? One is the mind is attending to the adhisthana, self. Second, it is leading one side to the reduction in drashta, darshana, drushya. That is leading to the removal of the existing vasanas. That also is leading to the removal of raga, dvesha. That removal of raga, dvesha making me more deeper in my attending to or meditating on the self. Slowly the self gets realized. Other side, when the raga, dveshas are gone away from me regarding the world, there is no samsara. So, five things. Focus on the self, nirvikalpa sthiti, drashtu darshana drushya triputi removal, vasanakshaya, ragadvesha nirmulana. This side, as a result of it, samsara nasha, that side, as a result of it, the atmanubhuti. Remember these words. Contemplate on them till they become clear. Contemplate on them till the sequence of events to be done also becomes clear. Then start doing it. है ना? Like a person, bhogi, becomes aware of today is Sunday, let me enjoy one sweet and two namkeen and one nice sabji and paratha. Then one by one items he gathers, then he prepares them and happily, lavishly sitting in front of TV or any friends, मिलकर खूब खाते हैं कि नहीं? Same thing we have to do with the sadhana. Collect all this data, ponder over it, understand the sequence of these sadhanas, and start doing them, and relish and enjoy doing the sadhana, and the result of it evolving in the subtler, deeper experiences. These four shlokas, है ना कि अत्यंत अभाव संपत्तौ द्रष्टु दृश्य दृशा मनः एक ध्याने परे रूढ़े निर्विकल्प समाधिनि वासनाक्षय बीजेस्मिन् किंचिद अंकुरिते हृदय क्रमात् न उदयमेष्यन्ति रागद्वेषादिकादृशः संसार संभवश्चायं निर्मूलतुपैष्यति परिणल्लि निर्विकल्प समाधानं प्रतिष्ठाम अलम एष्यति. Sufficient establishment in the nirvikalpa anubhuti happens. Nirvikalpata means there is no vikalpa alternative to the self. Means self alone is there. There is nothing other than it. If it all something, the inherent Maya Shakti only making the self appear like that, not creating the world from that self. Therefore, self, the whole world is nothing but the self or not there at all. Ornaments are nothing but the gold or they are not there at all. Don't say there are ornaments other than gold and never say there are two things, that ornament as well as gold. There is only one thing, and if that thing you want to be sure of, it is gold only. Appearing as ornaments because of its inherent power for some vyavahara, that's it. सारे देहेंद्र प्राण मन बुद्धियादि उपादेश व्यष्टि समष्टि जगत and all things and beings around and our vyavahara with all of them is only a leela, it's only a play, it has no purpose. It has only one purpose, to express the joy, not to lose the joy conditioned by it and struggling to get the joy through them only. Just like a cricket, it started as sport to express the joy. Slowly, as the sport has been given the extra undue importance, it started giving misery. Again, to gain the joy, in that very sport, we started fighting with each other. It has become a big competition. Then one wins, he celebrates, other loses, he cries, and to some extent that the audience also fight with each other. In some places, some sports like football and all, players only fight with each other. काय का ये खेल के लिए शुरुआत हुआ, अब धीरे 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 उसका प्रयोजन का अलग डेफिनेशन हुआ, then they started fighting. Isn't it? So to the whole world. It's just only a play. You are infinite self already. That play may, when the differences are given reality, where is difference? But all are sports person. That's it. Each one has different ability to play, so he is put in that particular place. The play is going on, and that day whoever plays well his role, he wins. Enjoy, no? The other day, the other fellow tries to better it. If he does it better, he will win it. Winning and losing should not be important, but winning and losing should be there. Then only there is interest in the sport, isn't it? अगर कोई है ही नहीं हार जीत का, तो फिर उसका मजा नहीं आता. इसलिए मजा उठाने के लिए हार जीत लगाते हैं. अब हार जीत के लिए सारा प्रेम को खोना, एक दूसरों के प्रति द्वेष रखना, लड़ाई करना, all that you should not. As it should be in the sport, so should be in the whole life also. Whether it is sports, whether it is politics. With this manifesto and agenda, I want to serve the nation. The other person says this one. It has been sent to the Praja, voters. The voters have seen. The majority of them, whichever they feel like the right way of helping the country, they select them or elect them. So let them come to the power and really, as per their manifesto, the way they wanted to serve, let them. And let the opposition stand in the opposition and try to help the government. Then really help serving the country in whatever you do, in whatever the way, best way you can do without insulting the nation, insulting yourself, the respectful position of being in opposition. There's nothing called opposition. You are the ruling party, non-ruling party, that's it. But the ruling party, then the moment you say opposition, the word itself has a bitterness. The word opposition means they will oppose everything what the government does. That's what you'll see. From 12, 13 years, what the government is doing. Millions of good things. Not even one thing till now they have appreciated. Whether it is international things, whether it is Ram Mandir making, whether it's economic growing in India, in thousands of things are happening because the word opposition. That is an insult. The other praja should see that. They should educate them. ऐसा मत करो आप. देश के लोग करें अपने करो. हाँ, you again bring your better manifesto, make good candidates stand, and you give us all the proofs, then we will select you next time. Or whether you are elected, you do better and convince us. All this is healthy. But wherever the competition happens, then the struggle happens. Whether it is in sports, whether it is in politics, everywhere. Isn't it? To countries also. Your country is rich in these natural resources and human resources. That's how you are producing them. My country is rich in these natural resources and human. I am able to do this. Let us exchange. After all, praja in your desha, praja in my desha, all of them should be happy. वो तो करेंगे नहीं, खुद का देश को डेवलप नहीं करते, others are developing, you want to attack them, send terrorists them, kill them. What nonsense. See how a mind human, if the true spirituality is not understood, degrades to this level. The one who understands the real spirituality, he knows everywhere the self alone is there. Other than that, all that is play going on. In that play, no winning, losing. Playing is important. Wow, beautiful. I'm just telling here how a spiritually evolved person sees the one reality. All else is that alone, playing different roles. You know, and extend our intellect's subtlety that way to grasp everything, see everything from spiritual standpoint. We gave two examples. Everywhere it is like that. A खेल चल रहा है बस. Today I was just for a couple of minutes seeing that auction going on. The selling of the cricket players or buying. It is so interesting. Last year, the one who was bought or sold for so many 20, 30 crore. This time is not even sold also, not bought. Last time was only 4, 5. He did better. Now it is 3 times more. Those people paid so much and bought him, but he didn't play for them. So they released him. Now somebody else saw the talent in him. Now they are buying. Now the one who is bought for more money, there is celebrations in their family. The one who are for less money are not sold, they are in misery. I was just observing all of them. The ones who are doing auctions, the one who is announcing, bidding that, whatever, bidding, I don't know the exact language, and the teams who are buying them, franchises, whatever you call, and the players, and their families, and the general people of the country who identify with each of the team. Anna, so understood? Like there are 10 teams. The onlookers, they are not Mahaveda Vignani that they love only the sport. They love that particular team. So into that team, that player is bought. They are excited. That player is not happy for two reasons. Either the money he received may not be sufficient, or he wanted to play for the other franchise, but they didn't buy him. They go. And these people also, the ones who are buying, they went on bidding. So एक जगह पे उनको लगा कि हमको मिल रहा है player. Suddenly the other player says we pay more and we want to buy. And they could not stand to that. The other fellows bought. They were disappointed. All that is Maya only again. What is Maya? Each one wants these many batsmen, these many bowlers, these many middle order players, these many wicket keepers, isn't it? And only Indians, itne foreigners, itna hona hai. So they make a clear picture in them and then come to the auction. That this player we buy for whatever the money. But the other person also had the same mind and thought in the mind, mano. Then दोनों के बीच में then bidding होता. One wins, he gets other. And some people say, चलो ठीक है, money तो ज़्यादा खर्चा नहीं हुआ ना, we got this. Let us. It is such a view. Wonder. मतलब क्या है? I was observing how the human beings' minds play the Maya in this one small thing called as the cricket, जिसमें बाल डालो, मारो, भागो, वो क्या कर रहे पता नहीं. But you can find joy in that also. The Brahmananda can express that way also. I was just feeling. That is not Brahmananda. Brahmananda means including all sports of all past, present, future, all other entertainments put together. That's different altogether. And just everywhere, if you see the politics too, the international, intercontinental, within the country, क्या क्या होता रहता है. So we see the business competitions. Everywhere Mahamaya going on. Vedanti knows all that. Therefore, he just stays in the self, rooted in the self, with whatever the upadhis he has got with capacity. He tries to serve the world. And the true realization serves in the spiritual field only, not in anything else. So here, our mind is there. Let us focus it on the Eka Paratattva. So much so that Ragadveshas are going away. So much so that Drashtu Darshana Drushya are going away. So much so that the Vasanas are also going away. Leading to the mana dissolving in the self only. It's called a Nirikalpa Sthiti. There is no I, my mind, and the self. Three. I merged along with the mind in the self. I is the river. Mind is the running of the river. Ocean is the self. Merging in it. What remains now? Ocean alone. What remains is Sarvam Brahma, Aham Brahmas. Everything is Brahman, I am that Brahman. See that? Keep these basic points of Vedanta intact. बाकी चीजें कुछ कुछ समझ में नहीं आया आना है कभी भूल जाते हैं never mind. But these main things have to be understood. That's what she says. Samsara sambhavascha ayam nirmulato paishyati. The entire possibility of samsara goes away because the vasanas have gone away. Then the ragadvesha has gone away. Then triputi of drashta darshana drushya has gone away. All this natak was happening in the mind when it was alive and when it was not focusing on the self. Now the mind is focused on the self and merged in the self. When there is no mind, where is the vasana? Where is ragadvesha? Where is drashta darshana drushya? The wonder of the mind is like, some people take investment from some people, the money, and they do such a business that they get lot of profits. So they give that share to those who have given the money as investment and themselves and the others who help. मजा आता है. There are other type of people. They take investment from 10 people and they do some business. And सारा इतना लॉस हो जाता है, ये खुद भी डूब जाता है, दूसरों को डुबा देता है. The mind is of both types. Mind emerges out of the self, makes the partnership with buddhi, indriyas, and sharira, then involves in the world of shabda sparsha prasagandha and destroys that individual. यहाँ का एग्जाम्पल उल्टा है. सेम माइंड व्हेन फोकसेस ऑन द सेल्फ, वो खुद भी डिजॉल्व होता हुआ यहाँ सबको डुबा के मरता है. सबको कहाँ, कौन किसको, इधर द वासनास, द राग द्वेषास, देन द्रष्टु दर्शन दृश्य, ये तीनों को लेकर माइंड डूब जाता है इन द सेल्फ. दैट इज अ साधना. दैट इज व्हाट वी हैव टू अचीव. In the world, it is other way around. That I have to develop and I should help others to develop by taking their investments. In spirituality, it's the other way around. I should take Ragadvesha, I should take Drashta Darshana Dushya Tripati, I should take all vasanas. I means the mind. And it should dissolve all of that in the realization of the self. In world, Ubarna is Dubna. In spirituality, Dubna is awakening. थोड़ा सा फर्क समझ लेना. So understood, I have my mind. Now that mind, because of asanas, having so much ragadvesha for vastu vyakti vishesha, in the mind it is getting into three as drashta darshana drushya, and the dushyata it is projecting outside because of the ragadesha. With that drushya jagat, it is either attaching, loving, or hating. Variety of karma it's doing. And it gives karma phala, janma marana, the samsara goes on. Now, mother told, all the outer world is in the Bhutakasha. The entire Bhutakasha and Chittakasha. All the subtle world of Raga, Dvesha, everything is in Chittakasha. But both of them are projected on the reality Chidakasha. The reality ko tum pakdo, wo pakda, wo bataya. Now this is digested by me, convinced to me. Now I am starting to do the focus of my Chitta on the Chidakasha. Chitta here, mind. All that. My efforts are both. I won't allow new vasanas to form. I won't allow new ragadvesha to form. I won't allow new drashta darshana drushya samsara to form. So too, I allow myself to focus my mind on the self. This complements that, that complements this. Keep this in mind. The more I want to focus on self and I'm succeeding in focusing on self, to that extent, all these three enemies go away. What are the three enemies? Vasanas, ragadveshas, then drashta, darshana, drishya, samsara. Drashta, darshana, drishya is samsara. There is no drashta, darshana, drishya, it's only one substratum, projected as these three. In the same way, when these three are devalued, mind is so free, it can contemplate on the self more and more. At the final point, में क्या होता है? Vasana became zero, ragadvesha became zero, drashta, darshana, drishya became zero. Then the mind no more focusing on the self, rather it is merging in the self. Along with the mind, I also. In that I merging along with the mind in the self, what happens? The dhyata, me, the dhyanam, the kriya, that is focusing the mind on the self. Both of them dissolve. What remains? Dhyayameva avashishyate. Dhyatru dhyane vilinesmin kramat dhyayika gocharaha. That's called meditation. In our Sadachara, we are going to study. Maybe 5-6 texts के बाद होगा वो. So again, I have vasanas. They are creating ragadvesha. They are projecting drashta, darshana, drishya. All three put together, hiding the substratum reality. Now the reality is revealed to me intellectually because I am studying Shastras from the Guru. Guru has explained to me with all the Shastra authority, Yukti, Upamana, everything. And it is very appealing to me. Now I convinced myself. Realizing my own real self is the moksha. Once this is done, now you ask sadhana. Sadhana is this. Then, as we saw in our today's morning common sense thought, both are most powerful things. Live life in such a way that it is complementing the sadhana, not contradicting the sadhana. We told na Subha? Once you understood through Shastra, the tattva is the experience of self is goal. Are you supporting the Shastra or the Vasana? Same topic, Are you supporting the Shastra? Are you supporting the Shastra Jnana gained by yourself or the likes and dislikes of the mind? Or you are supporting the senses? After even gaining Shastra Jnana, be watchful. That was the first thought today. Second thought was, anything we do, it should add up to my spirituality only. Whether it's outer activities or whether so-called selected spiritual sadhanas of japa, upasana, bhajana, kirtana, shastra shravana, shastra adhyana, vicharana, all of them should add to my adhyatmika sadhana only. Same thing here. Now, this thing still doesn't enter into our buddhi. That shows our buddhi is filled with the wrong information of the word of onlyness, and also there is no sukshmata in it. There is so much of what do you call it? Mandata in it, laziness, letharginess. How they go away? Remember, again, don't search for thousand things. Keep on listening, 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 listening. I believe in my really personally that continuous Shraddha Yukta Shravana itself will become an antidote for removing the tamoguna also, rajaguna also, and making the buddhi sukshma shuddha. Sufficient for grasping, sufficient for contemplating, and sufficient efficient and sufficient for even realizing self. Shravana, Shravana, Shravana. मनन भी ऐड करो और बढ़िया. In this way, in that very tongue twisting shloka, last one, Mother has told the summary of it. Only a person who has studied the Upanishads with Bhashya for many number of times and got the essence of it will be able to grasp what is said here. Or the one who is following from Shloka 1, these 2.5 Prakaranas, around 4,000 shlokas, he alone can grasp. है ना? जैसे अब सिनेमा के आधे में जो हो रहा है, the one who is seeing the movie from beginning onwards, he alone can grasp what is happening in that scene. हो ना, कोई प्रवचन दे रहे तो वो आप बीच में आओगे तो नहीं आएगा समझ में. शुरू से आप बैठा है तो क्या हो रहा है पता चल. somebody telling Bhagavad, somebody telling Satyanarayana, suddenly आप बीच में जाओ तो you don't understand. The one who is sitting from beginning, they know it. Business also, the one who starts from the beginning, he knows all intricacies. Everywhere it is so. Here also. Now the beautiful last loka, I'll chant and just we'll see the meaning of it. Vigata kalana kalima kalanka gagana kalantara nirmala आलम्बनेन सकलकलनकार्यकरणान्तः कतिपयकालवशात् भविष्यसि iti. See that? In which chandas it is there, don't know. But Vasishtha has given it like this, or Mother Saraswati has given it. So when you do all this sadhana, this will happen. You see in our next text, when Guru tells to the disciple in the Vakyavarti that this is what you have to do better to realize what you want. The disciple says, जो आपने कहा उन चीजों का शब्दार्थ भी मुझे पता नहीं है. Word meaning. How to understand all Vakya? Our whole problem is this. We don't have the Shabdartha vocabulary. It's called Paribhasha for all these words. That's the problem. One is we are not familiar with Sanskrit. Second is we are not familiar with spiritual thoughts. Because both of them we are not learned. Neither Sanskrit we learned, nor the way of thinking spiritually. Throughout the life, artha kama, money, enjoyment. That's it. The whole Indian culture system got fully destroyed. Now few, 5, 6, 10 things are remaining. Everything, the marriage system destroyed, the Graha Pravesha destroyed, the Shraddha Karmas destroyed, the Upanayana Samskara long back destroyed, the Atiti Deva Bhava destroyed, the Pujas, Punas, everything is shortcut में करो, कोई टेंशन tradition follow ही नहीं करते. When I see it last 50 years में अब मैं देखो तो कितने चीज सर्वनाश हो गए. In big so-called temples, spiritual organizations also, they are for the sake of quick results or money, they are compromising with all traditions. अब करें क्या? देखते रहना पड़ता. Anyway, that's my pain. मैं दुख मैं कहता हूँ कम से कम तत्व ज्ञान तो इंटैक्ट रहे. Therefore, this is eternal, no? That's why I took up this job of studying these shastras, discussing this. Otherwise, all the customs, cultures, traditions, the dresses changed, the addresses changed, the way of talking changed, all. Where is that loving bond between wife and husband? The respect mutual. Where there is mother-in-law, daughter-in-law respect. Where there is parents-children respect. Brothers, sisters have become bitter enemies because of property or jealousy. What nonsense happened last 40 years? Only because of one thing, the materialism. Ah, thank God you don't think all these things. You don't think anything, therefore you don't suffer. बस खाते रहो, टीवी के सामने बैठे रहो. You are never miserable. People like me are miserable for everything. You understood? Because we think and we see what's happening in society. है ना? Oh, oh. So many ways. The cultural roots. Some people are struggling, trying to sustain, but who's responding? If at all something, it's only for show off, isn't it? A good dress. कोई शादी है तो पहनते हैं बस. मतलब for this amma to wear that wonderful shadi, Indian traditional sari and those abhushanas, somebody should get married. Then only she will do. That also to show off. You know, स्पेशली वेन यू सी ऑल सिनेमा एक्ट्रेस. सिनेमा में इतने बढ़िया दिखते हैं यार, कोई शो में. नेचुरल लाइफ मतलब रेगुलर लाइफ में ऑल अगेन द वेस्टर्नाइजेशन एंड ऑल दैट. People are stopped thinking all those things. They have no time, no energy. Quickly work, quickly earn, enjoy, and enjoy. That's it. Anyway, it has nothing to do with what subject we are studying here. So she says, conclusion में विगत कलन कालिमा कलंका. There is a kalanka in our life. That kalanka is kalima. And that kalima kalanka is kalana. Projection. Gone. Because when you don't know reality, then only you project. When the reality is known, that kalima kalanka of the kalana goes away. So Vigata kalana kalima kalanka explained. Second, gagana kalantara nirmala alambanena. Gagana kala means like. Gagana means space. Gagana kala means like space. Nirmala means pure. Anta means inside you. What is there inside you, the pure like the space? Chidakasha only. Alambane. By focusing your mind on that in meditation. So when that is done, the first thing happens. While focusing my mind on reality inside me, as I am nearing to the realization of that reality, to that extent, the mind loses its capacity of the kalana kalima kalanka of projection. Then sakala kalana karya karana antaha. Then it leads to sakala kalana karya karana antaha. Karana is vasanas, karya is the ragadeshas. All of them are kalana only projected. Antaha, as the self is realized, they get ended. Antaha means destruction of them. Katipaya kalavashat. When you do this sadhana focusing on yourself for sufficient time, bhavishyasi, it will happen to you. You will become that person of realizing the self. When you focus on the self, when you are doing it incessantly, continuously, it leads to the destruction of the karana, the vasanas, then the karya of the ragadvesha. So too, the mind loses its ability of projecting drashta darshana drishya, because when the reality is seen, you cannot project. Now, these things, as I said, unless these words are digested by us because of lots of study of Shastras earlier, here what is said by Mother, you can't apprehend it. Like when you take me to an automobile company and show me how the automobile things all work. Unless I am expert in it, I cannot understand. Or you take me to a computer expert place and you show, अरे मेरे को क्या पता? So to the ones who do not know all this word meaning and the subject matter, they won't understand. But those who understand it, They jump with joy because they got it now. What is to be done, what is to be achieved. Subtle it is, sukshma it is. You know, that's sukshma. Like a patient. He only says, "Mujhe symptomatic pain nahi hona chahiye." His focus is only that. But the doctor is different. He sees the symptoms are because of the disease, how the disease has to be, along with its cause of bacteria or whatever, has to be eliminated without harming that organ and the total body of that patient. What medicine has to be given, in which dose it has to be given, how many days it has to be given, what can be the side effects, how to avoid them, what is the other complementing medicine you have to give. He is in different plane of thinking altogether. Patient doesn't know all that. He says, "मेरा पेट दर्द है, ठीक करो." That doctor will have to test and see ये पेट दर्द किस लिए हो रहा है ना? You know, the पेट दर्द is many things, the food poisoning, intestinal abnormality, in the digestion system disturbed because of, irregular. There are thousand reasons. From the bone marrow problem to say laker, the bone problem say laker, the internal organs disturbed because of rupture say laker, the food led to some abnormalities laker. There are thousand reasons for diseases. इसलिए तो इतना बड़ा मेडिकल फील्ड इतना डेवलप होता ही जा रहा है तो एक ही बॉडी 6 फुट का एक यूजलेस ह्यूमन बॉडी इसमें इतने डिजीज होते हैं उसका कारण ढूंढ ढूंढ के बेचारे डॉक्टर लोग परेशानी हो रहे एंड स्टिल एवरी डे न्यू डिसीजेस कम and they have to investigate on that. They have gone in one side, they have gone to the level of even what do you call brain transplantation तक हो गया. अब head transplantation बचा है बस. Then the next one is cloning. The high level of cloning wherein whichever the body or human being you want to produce, you can produce by the mixing up of all the chromosomes, whatever. Even then, diseases won't stop. That is the beauty of it. I am telling all this is please become experts in the Vedantic vocabulary by studying, listening. Every day 4 घंटे 6 घंटे लगाओ. मैं अपने प्रयत्न से कह रहा हूं. There is nothing greater than this. And to that, if you add the other disciplines of Upasana, etc., and eliminate the other nonsense of extrovertedness, सोने पे सुहागा हो जाएगा. It is the highest. Even if you can't do, please do sankalpa for yourself. I am doing for myself. Even the little bit nonsense which is distracting me. Oh Lord, take away all that. Let me love my Shastras. Let me love the Jnanam that's given in the Shastras. Let me love through the Jnanam the goal and means that are told. Let me have the perfect understanding of it. Oh Lord, let me do that and that alone every moment continuously. It's already delayed. First I have to reach you and see you. That much restless we have to become for the world, for the Paramatma, as the worldly people become for the world. Kamini Nari Piyari Bijmi, Lobihi Priyajimi Dama, Timi, Raghunatha, Nirantara Priyalagahu, Mohirama. That's called Tivra Jignasa, Tivra Mumukshata, Tivra Darshana Lalasa. We all don't have even a bit of it, and what's expected is Tivra. How much Tivra? That other than that, nothing else we are doing. That is a price we have to pay. And we are not even seeing the price tag and we want the object. कुछ लोग ऑब्जेक्ट तो देखते हैं अरे पसंद आया बिफोर द डिसाइड टू शो द प्राइस टैग द मोमेंट दे सी प्राइस टैग हाँ ये मेरे लिए नहीं है दे गो so too for the spiritual evolution the price tag is this and it's worth then it's worth हमारे गुरुदेव कहते हैं हमको भाई एक जन्म गिव अप एवरीथिंग एंड ओनली साधना एंड रीच टू द सेल्फ एक बार यू रीच टू द सेल्फ पसंद नहीं आए तो यू लीव एंड गो बैक टू संसार he is a Vaashishtha avatar because somebody when he tries to realize the self en route only will have to kill all the vasanas or eliminate raga dvesha or get out of the triputi of drashta drashta drishya when all that goes away en route to realizing self when the self is realized and everything is self only this nonsense of samsara will never be there. जैसे कोई सीरियस सिंसियर लविंग डॉक्टर मेरी बात मानो 1 साल के लिए तुम ये खाना छोड़ दो ये खाना लेते रहो इतने लिमिट में इस टाइम पे एंड फॉलो दिस टाइप ऑफ व्हाट यू कॉल एक्सरसाइज एटसेट्रा 1 year you do for me And if you do it, you only will develop yourself so healthily that you say, yes, oh, doctor, what you said is not for you, it's for me. I'll continue. है ना? Really, to our dull-witted intellects, our high level of arrogances, our most impure and extroverted minds, the infinitely kind and compassion Guru alone can help us. नहीं तो भाग जाएंगे गुरु लोग. And if we can sympathize with the Guru, then we also help the Guru in changing ourselves as guided by the Guru. What Guru says, come to the satsang daily, do the homework of study, little contemplation, understand. And what you have to understand after all this study is what is every day told from the day one. That the self alone is reality, realize it. Other than that, everything being mithya, slowly devalue it to realize the self. This much is told. अब इसी को समझो. प्रभु help us in this regard. इति आर्षे श्री वासिष्ठ महारामायणे वाल्मीकि उत्पत्ति प्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने लीला विश्रांति उपदेशो नाम एकविंशः सर्गः. Topic being profound, important. We have seen it once more. Now let us do the Parayanam of the 22nd Sarga. This being only very small, of 33 mantras. Maybe in 5-6 minutes we can do. Chanting आज करके कल से हम 6-6, 8-8, 10-10 मंत्र का आराम से अध्ययन करें. मजा वाला chapter it is. Fantastic. The topic itself is Vignana Abhyasa Varnanam. Vijnana is given and its Abhyasa is done. Or Vijnana repeatedly given. Repeatedly giving or doing is called Abhyasa. What is Abhyasa? Repeatedly doing is Abhyasa. Repeatedly doing same thing to reach out where we have to reach. That's called Abhyasa. Very beautifully defined in Yoga Darshanam. Tatra sthitau yatnaha Abhyasa. The prayatna to stay in that state of mind is called Abhyasa. And how long that prayatna has to be done to reach to that state and stay there? Satu dirghakala nairantarya satkara asevita. Then Rudabhumi. For a long time, regularly, with most respect and love, when we do, then we establish in that state of mind of Ekagra Bhumika. What is said there is the subject. Discussion. Okay. Om Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha, Sri Vaashishthaadi RISHIBHYO Namaha, Sri Saraswati MAATRE Namaha, Sri LEELOPAKHYANAM Namaha, Sri Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana Shastram Trutiya Utpatthi Prakranam LEELOPAKHYANE VIGNANABHYASA VARNANAM Nama द्वाविंशतितम सर्गः पारायणम्. ओम श्री देव्युवाच यथा स्वप्न परिज्ञानात् स्वप्न देहो न वास्तवः अनुभूतोऽप्ययं तद्वत् वासनाता न वादसत्. यथा स्वप्न परिज्ञानात् स्वप्न देहः प्रशाम्यते वासनाता न वा तद्वत् जाग्रत् देहोऽपि शाम्यति. स्वप्न संकल्प देहांते देहोयम चेत्यते यथा तथा जाग्रत भावनांते उदेत्येवातिवाहिकः. Each shloka is million rupees. स्वप्ने निर्वासना बीजे यथोदेति सुषुप्तता जाग्रति अवासना बीजे तथोदेति विमुक्तता. येयं तु जीवन्मुक्तानां वासना सान वासना शुद्ध सत्वाभिधानं तत् सत्ता सामान्यमुच्यते. या सुप्तवासना निद्रा सा सुषुप्तिरिति स्मृता यत् सुप्तवासनानं जाग्रत् घनौ सौमोह उच्यते. प्रक्षीणवासना निद्रा तुर्यशब्देन कथ्यते जाग्रत्यपि भवत्येव विदिते परमे पदे. प्रक्षीणवासना येह जीवतां जीवनस्थितिः आमुक्तैरपरिज्ञाता सा जीवन्मुक्ततोच्यते. शुद्धसत्त्वानुपतितं चेतः प्रतनुवासनम् आतिवाहिकताम् एति इमं तापादिवाम्बुताम् आतिवाहिकतां यातं बुद्धं चित्तान्तरैर्मनः सर्गजन्मान्तरगतैः सिद्धैर्मिलति नेतरतु यदा तेयमहं भावः स्वभ्यासाच्छान्तिमेष्यति तदोदेष्यति ते स्पार्हात् दृश्यान्ता बोधता स्वयम् आतिवाहिकता ज्ञानं स्थितिमेष्यति शाश्वतीं यदा तदा हि असङ्कल्पात् लोकान् द्रक्ष्यसि पावनान् वासनातानमे तस्मात् कुरु यत्नमनिन्दिते तस्मिन् प्रौढिमुपायाते जीवन्मुक्ता भविष्यसि यावन्न पूरितस्त्वेष शीतलो बोधचन्द्रमाः तावद्देहमवस्थाप्य लोकान्तरमवेक्ष्यताम् मांसदेहो मांसदेहेन देहे नैव संश्लेषमेष्यति न तु चित्तशरीरेण व्यवहारेषु कर्मसु यथानुभवमेवैतद् यथा स्थितमुदाहृतम् आबालसिद्धसंसिद्धं न नाम वरशापवतु अवबोधगणाभ्यासात् देहस्याप्यैव जायते संसारवासनाकार्ष्ये नूनं चित शरीरता उदेष्यन्ति च सैवात्र केनचिन्नोपलक्ष्यते केवलं तु जनैर्देहो म्रियमाणोऽवलोक्यते देहस्त्वयं न म्रियते न च जीवति किं च ते के किल स्वप्नसङ्कल्पा भ्रान्तौ मरणजीविते जीवितं मरणं चैव सङ्कल्पपुरुषे यथा असत्यमेव भात्येवं तस्मिन् पुत्रिशरीरके लीलोवाच तदेतदुपदिष्टं मे ज्ञानं देवि त्वयामलं यस्मिन् श्रुतिगते शान्तिम् एति दृश्यविशोचिका अत्रोपकुरु मे ब्रूहि कोऽभ्यासः कीदृशोऽथवा स कथं पोषमायाति पुष्टे तस्मिंश्च किं भवेत् श्रीदेव्युवाच यद्येन क्रियते किञ्चित् येन येन यदा यदा विनाभ्यासेन तन्नेह सिद्धिमेति कदाचन तच्चिन्तनं तत्कथनम् अन्योन्यं तत्प्रबोधनम् एतदेकपरत्वं च तदभ्यासं विदुर्बुधाः. See how many times we quoted this mantra saying that it is found in Yoga Vaashishtha. See, it is found here. I didn't know where it was, but it is now here. Same thing in Gita's language, Machitta Madhuta Prana. When it comes, we'll see. Ye virakta mahatmanah bhova bhavanatanavam bhavayantya bhavayantar bhavya bhuvijayanti te udita udarya saundarya vairagya rasaranjita आनंदस्पंदिनी येषां मतिस्तेभ्यासिनः परे अत्यन्ता भावसम्पत्तौ ज्ञातृज्ञेयस्य वस्तुनः युक्त्या शास्त्रैर्यतन्ते ये ते ब्रह्माभ्यासिनः सर्गादावेव नोत्पन्नं दृश्यं नास्त्येव तत्सदा इदं जगदहं चेति बोधाभ्यास उदाहृतः. See, abhyas, abhyas, abhyasa, so many times come. That's why the name of this chapter is Vignana Abhyasa. दृश्यासंभवबोधेन रागद्वेषादितानवे रतिर्बलोदितायासौ ब्रह्म अभ्यास उदाहृतः दृश्यासंभवबोधेन विना द्वेषादितानवम् तप इत्युच्यते तस्मात् न ज्ञानं तच्च दुःखकृत् दृश्यासंभवबोधो हि ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं च कथ्यते तदभ्यासेन निर्वाणम् इति अभ्यासो महोदयः भवबहुलनिशानितान्तनिद्रा सततविवेकबोधवारिसेवकैः विवेकविबोधवारिसेवकैः प्रगलतिमशीतलैरशेषा शरदि महामिहिकेव चेतसीति इत्युक्तवत्यतमुनौ दिवसो जगाम सायन्तनाय विधयेस्तमनो जगाम स्नातुं सभाकृतनमस्करणा जगाम श्यामाक्षये रविकरैश्च सहा जगाम इति आर्षे वासिष्ठमहारामायणे वाल्मीकिये उत्पत्तिप्रकरणे लीलोपाख्याने विज्ञानाभ्यासवर्णनं नाम 12 सर्गः. अथ चतुर्थं दिनम् इति चतुर्थं दिनम्. 4 days are over. This is a beautiful chapter. We'll be enjoying it. Huh? It's like any of the chapter of Gita or our Upanishad or our Adhyatma Ramayana Adi. Abhyasa. Based on such texts only, the great Acharyas like Shankaradi, in their great texts like Vivek Chodamani, etc., they again and again write those topics. Shruti Smriti Purana Namalaya. Whatever, through these Shastras, maybe Daily get exposed to this Tattva Jnana more and more. And we are on the right path, so let's have faith in that. Any troubles, difficulties, struggles come, just for some time be at the feet of the Guru and God, till that sense of feeling of difficulty from the heart goes away. Again, the good moment of Satguna of inspiration comes, make use of it, put little more efforts and move ahead. Just like climbing Kedarnath or climbing Yamunotri or going to that Kailas. कुछ देर गए थक गए रुको रेस्ट लो फिर से चलो but know that you are always walking towards that great grand glorious divinity to have the darshan. Here also same. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Sri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha Shruti Matre Shruti Matre Namaha Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu. Come, let us study Vakya Vritti.